Thank you everyone for your patience here and giving me this opportunity to present to you need for Tdap vaccination during pregnancy. Before that, I'd like to introduce myself. I am a pediatrician and I've been working full-time with GSK for the last 1.5 years as a full medical advisor. So coming to you about pertussis prevention in newborns with Boostrix. Firstly, immunization. So while this term sounds really new, maternal immunization sounds like a very new concept. We have all been vaccinating our pregnant women with tetanus vaccine for many decades now, and quite safely. In fact, women of every socio-economic strata know that TT to lagta hai during pregnancy. So the actual concept of maternal immunization is really not new. But what we mean by maternal immunization is we are boosting the antibody levels of the mother so that there is increase in the antibody levels, and that antibodies are passing to the newborn, to the fetus during pregnancy. So during pregnancy, both the mother and the fetus are protected, and these antibodies circulate in the newborn in the first few weeks of life. So the first few weeks to months of life, the baby remains protected. So going forward, we see that while there has been TT, now we have moved to TD vaccination during pregnancy. Flu vaccine is also being given during pregnancy. Today I'm going to talk to you about Tdap vaccination during pregnancy. So what is Boostrix? Boostrix is GSK's Tdap vaccine. And if you see the contents of the vaccine, the first is diphtheria toxoid, tetanus toxoid, we are all familiar with. The pertussis part is it contains 3 acellular pertussis components, which is pertussis toxoid, filamentous hemagglutinin, and pertactin. Now, instead of focusing on the numbers, the content, actual quantity, what I would like to explain here is Tdap means it's a reduced antigen vaccine, as opposed to what we call as DPT vaccine, DTAP, DTWP, which is given to children in the first year of life. What we give are those full dose vaccines, because we need the full dose for them to mount an adequate immune response. But beyond 7 years of age, even pediatricians, like say a 10-year-old comes to us, a 12-year-old comes to us, we do not give the full dose vaccine, we only give the Tdap, which is the reduced antigen vaccine. This is because after 7 years of age, there is increased reactogenicity, more side effects with the full dose vaccine. So when we talk about, while we know about tetanus and diphtheria, why am I talking to you about pertussis? To just give you a quick recap, we all have studied this in our MBBS. Tdap, pertussis is the whooping cough, 100-day cough, highly infectious respiratory infection. But what we used to think that pertussis is a disease of children, under 5 typically. That is what we've always been thinking of. Now we know that no, pertussis affects all age groups, right from neonates, children, adolescents, adults. We also make the mistake of thinking that pertussis is a disease of the bygone era. But that is not true. We have been having cases of pertussis in the community. In fact, India is the topmost country by reporting pertussis to WHO. To show you some data, for the last 20 years, we've been approximately reporting 30,000 cases to the WHO every year, average. And this is surprising because pertussis is actually not a mandate. I mean, it comes under reportable diseases, but we know this level of underreporting that happens in our country. We do not really report every case that we see. So in spite of that, we are seeing on an average every year 30,000 cases. So we can actually have, this gives us an idea of what is the true burden of disease in the community. So why am I talking about this neonate age group specifically? So this neonate age group, the disease presentation is very different. What we think of that pertussis, that whooping cough, that cough, 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 bouts of cough, 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 and then an inspiratory whoop, that does not usually typically happen in the neonatal age group. The neonatal age group can sometimes present with cough, sometimes directly present with complications like seizures, cyanosis, or encephalopathy. 90% of infants less than 2 months of age, if they develop pertussis, require hospitalization. If we take all pertussis related deaths in the world, it is seen that more than 76% occurs in this age group. So this age group is very vulnerable to the complications of the disease. But why is it so? Why is this the age group that is most vulnerable to not just the infection but also complication? What we see in the next slide is that an infant receives the first pertussis vaccine at 6 weeks of age. So until 6 weeks of age, the baby has not received any protection against pertussis. Now we know that it takes at least 2 weeks after the second dose for the baby to have an adequate immune response. So for the first 10 to 14 weeks, the baby remains in a window of vulnerability. And hence the baby is vulnerable to get infection from others in the household. So what we see, studies have also shown that mother is the most common source of infection to the newborn. So obviously so, because mother is the one spending most time with the newborn, but of course other household parents, siblings, grandparents, they all have the ability to transmit the infection to this newborn. So looking at the seriousness of the disease, several global and local bodies have recommendations for Tdap vaccine during pregnancy. To highlight here a few, US ACOG, UK ARCOG, WHO all recommend Tdap vaccination during pregnancy. If you look at FOXI, India, in 2016, they have come up with a recommendation that Tdap should be administered during pregnancy in order to provide optimal protection to the newborn in its first few months of life, with a strength of recommendation A. IAP, that is Indian Academy of Pediatrics, also has a recommendation in place, because pediatricians are the ones seeing the disease, that every pregnant woman should receive Tdap vaccine during pregnancy between 27 to 36 weeks of gestational age in order to provide protection to the newborn. Now, why this gestational age 27 to 36 weeks? It is seen that the maximum transfer of antibodies from the pregnant woman to the fetus happens in this gestational age, 27 to 36 weeks. So the first thing that comes to our mind whenever we think of giving anything to a pregnant woman is safety. Is this safe? So there are multiple studies to evaluate the safety profile of Tdap vaccine. We are just presenting here a few. The first study was conducted in US, wherein roughly 50,000 women, vaccinated women, were compared to double its control cohort, more than 1 lakh women. And what we saw that there was no increased any adverse events in those pregnant women who received the vaccine. In the second study, there were roughly 1,200 women who received Tdap vaccine as a consecutive vaccine in the second pregnancy within 5 years of the first pregnancy. What we see that even these women did not have any increased adverse events compared to those who were receiving it for the first time. Now the third part, the last one, Argentina study. Argentina is a country which had a severe outbreak of pertussis in the years 2000 to 2011 and saw a high infant mortality coming from because of pertussis. So what they did was they introduced Tdap vaccine during pregnancy in their national immunization protocol. And this study evaluates from the time period between 2011 to 2014. And what we see was that Tdap demonstrated a suitable safety profile in the whole country, and there was no serious adverse events related to vaccination. Coming to an Indian scenario, the burning question here is that if the woman has already received 2 TT doses, can I still give Tdap vaccine in the same pregnancy? So mind you, the woman would have received 2 TT doses, but she has not received any pertussis vaccine. So while this might be a third dose for the tetanus, it will still remain the first dose for the pertussis. So there was a study conducted in Thailand, wherein 340 women received Tdap vaccine during pregnancy. Of these, 60 women were such who received 2 doses of TT in the same pregnancy before receiving Tdap. Now this number is small, however, it is still reassuring that these women did not show any increased adverse events during pregnancy after receiving Tdap, having received TT in the same pregnancy. The next question is, can I administer Tdap vaccine with flu vaccine? So there was a study conducted in US wherein roughly 8,000 women were given Tdap and flu in the same sitting, and compared to another 28,000 women who were given Tdap and flu in 2 different settings. So comparing those women who received in the same sitting, they did not show any increased adverse events or any serious adverse events because they received both the vaccine in the same setting compared to those who received in 2 different settings. Just 2 minutes more. The last point that we always think of when giving any vaccine is this vaccine effective? Is this vaccine does this vaccine do what it's supposed to do? Does it protect? So there are several studies evaluating effectiveness. Argentina, the same study I was talking about earlier, That showed 84% reduction in fatality rate in infants less than 2 months of age. Spain, Valencia, where Boostrix was given between 27 to 36 weeks of gestational age, showed a vaccine effectiveness of 90% in infants less than 3 months of age. Colombia, Bogota showed a 100% reduction in fatality rate. And Australia in New South Wales showed a vaccine effectiveness of 94% against hospitalization in infants less than 3 months of age. Looking at this, looking at all the data, more than 30 countries in the world, actually now it's roughly almost 40 countries in the world, have Tdap vaccination during pregnancy recommendations in place. So to summarize, Boostrix offers triple protection against tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. It offers protection to both the mother and the newborn, and several global and local recommending bodies recommend Tdap vaccine during pregnancy. If there are any questions, I'm happy to take them.